Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your February 2026 predictions. And before I introduce each pile to you, I made sure I zoom in so you can see your piles well as I speak. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. This is an option. And if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, this is also an option, and you will find the timestamp for that as well down in the description box. Otherwise, take a look at the 4 piles. You will see that on top of each deck, there is the 2 of Wands. And so take a look at which one of these 2 of Wands you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me introduce each crystal to you. So for pile number 1, you've got the blue agate. For pile number 2, you've got the carnelian. For pile number 3, you've got the amethyst. And for pile number 4, you've got the red jasper point. So, as I was saying, please take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, this is absolutely okay. You will find that you have more information about your month in these other piles. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note, as mentioned, that in the next section of the introduction, you can pick your piles using your zodiac signs. And so if this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. All right, so if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And let me pull these out. And in a moment after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Let's go one more time. There we go. All right, let's start drawing the zodiac signs. So for pile number 1, we need 3 signs for each pile, which means that this one goes over there. I don't know what this is. So these will be the signs for pile number 1. These will be the signs for pile number 2. These will be the signs for pile number 3. And of course, these will be the signs for pile number 4. Okay, let's see what we have. For pile number 1, the signs are Pisces, Gemini, as well as Leo. For pile number 2, your signs are Scorpio, Aquarius, as well as Capricorn. For pile number 3, your signs are Aries, Virgo, as well as Taurus. And for pile number 3, your signs are Cancer, Libra, as well as Sagittarius. So why don't I push them a bit down so you can see your crystals as well. It's not so crowded. There we go. So my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And also, please notice that in the next section of the introduction, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. All right, if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And the way I like to do this section is to assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, the Empress pile number 3, and the Emperor pile number 4. And what I simply like to do is shuffle the cards around until one of them grabs my attention. And that usually happens, there we go. I would miss passing on a card, miss pulling a card from the other side. Sometimes I'd pull the wrong card, just like today, from the other side, and so on. All right, so your chosen pile by Spirit, my dear soul family, is pile number 1. Okay, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed them and that you found them useful, that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your February 2026 predictions. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys in the description box. And as you can see on the far right, I have an empty chart of astrological houses in which I'll be casting some runes on in a moment to get a more accurate and detailed reading. A card just flew out. Let me pull it out because I'm sure it has a meaning in your reading. Let's explore it in a second. Anyways, that's the card that fell. Yeah, to get a more accurate and detailed reading. So that's the plan. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful blue agate. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Pisces, Gemini, as well as Leo. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's start casting your runes. Place it right in the center so you can see. And I also have your runes in this pouch. I'll shuffle them a little bit and ask, what can you expect, excuse me, in your month of February? What can you expect in your month of February? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me take out all the ones that did not touch the circle and let's see what we have. Right, so between the 9th and the 8th house, we've got the Yewaz rune in the 10th house. You've got the Wunyu rune in the 11th house. You've got the Tiwaz rune in the 2nd house. You have the Uruz rune. The 3rd house, ooh, that's interesting. You've got the Ansuz rune. And in the 4th house, you've got, whoa, this is amazing. You've got the Fehu rune. A lot is going on, it seems, for you in this month. Let me put this in the corner and I'll be back. Okay, let's explore your cards. Let's start off with... Whoops, well, they started off themselves. You've got the story of a mother's punishment with the keywords cut off, heartbreak, as well as neglect. And you've got the card criminal. Okay, let's keep that here. You've got the crown chakra card with creation. That's the mother's energy, the energy of creation. Yeah, you've got the third eye chakra with faith, and I've got a lot to tell you about that here. Something is happening this month for sure, unbelievable. And this is the one that fell. You've got Parliament. I knew something was up here in the 11th house. We'll talk about that as well in a moment. But anyways, the keywords are dangerous place, political party, court, sports club, management, responsibility, function. What is going on? Oh my God. A lot, like I just told you, a lot is going on for you this month, and I'm not surprised. This is the month on the 17th of February in which the fire horse will officially begin. So yeah, and it's starting off with a bang here for you, for sure. And you've got the Enneagram week in the near future. So whenever you're watching this reading, it looks like within a week's time, all of this is going to happen. But also remember that although a lot of things are about to happen in your life, the highs and the intensity of it all is only temporary, leaving behind something good, but the intensity of it all is only temporary. So you've got in the near future, shortly, soon, nearly, almost, as well as before long. And let's pull out your tarot cards. This way we have a complete picture before we start analyzing all of your cards. And my dear pile number one, what can you expect in the month of February 2026? Nice. This just confirms the idea that I got. So you've got the Fool card. You've got, whoa, from the Fool to the World. Yes, this is the year of the fire horse. Indeed. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles, right? And I see a bit of saving activity going on. Good for you. And last but not least, you've got, oh, isn't this sweet? Some of you might be getting a new puppy or a new animal. Just an intuitive feel. King of Cups. Right. I think you need to look at the numbers. Right. I can do this better for sure. Let's now pull the circle in towards us. This way you can see everything. Okay, let me begin with the chart first because there's so much going on, and I do see that the cards are mimicking the energy of the runes here. It's definitely many energies, I want to say, are very persistent in your reading in February 2026. Okay, so with the Uruz rune in the second house, first of all, this is amazing because the Uruz rune is a rune of health and vitality. Seeing that it's in the second house, the house of the body, it looks like in February you will experience great health and great vitality. Perhaps you're someone who's been working very hard towards your health. If that's the case, congratulations, you made it. Your health is in great shape in the month of February. Maybe you haven't been doing anything at all and you're just blessed with good health. I don't know what's going on, but all I can tell you is the month of February is a month where you will experience great health, great energy, vitality, strength, right? So that is wonderful to see for you. Now, third house, you've got the Ansuz rune in the third house, which is the house of communication. Now, Ansuz is communication, right? But it has to do with connection with a higher power, like God. It's associated with Odin, the Ansuz rune. So, wisdom, right? So, in my opinion, this is talking about, especially that you have the card faith here, strong communication with a higher power this month. So this could be, one of those times in your life where you feel like you've had this divine moment with something much bigger than yourself, like connecting with God, hearing something, the whole universe speaks to you in a specific situation. Maybe you were in dire need of help, and the universe responds in that moment, showing you that you're absolutely connected to something bigger. That one of those days where you get a magical connection that you speak about for the rest of your life. I can go on with examples. All I'm trying to say is that this month, it seems like you're having one of those divine big moments. I don't know whether it's going to be communication through a dream. Maybe you're actually going to see a guardian angel. Who knows? But you're getting massive, powerful is the word I'm looking for, connection with a higher power, powerful communication. It could be guidance. It could be a promise towards something. It could resolve an issue that you have. It could relieve something magically from your life. But this is something that you will always remember. There is a divine moment here fated for you. Okay, so that's a big thing, it seems. And look, I'm seeing 2 F's all of a sudden. I don't know, like intuitively reading it. Is it talking about fatherhood? Is it talking about family? Could be saying future? I'm not sure. Maybe we can expand on that towards the end of the reading. But anyways, you've got the Fehu rune in the 4th house. Wow. The Fehu rune is a rune of blessings, abundance, money, right? Gain also. So this could mean many things depending on who's listening to this reading. Abundance in the home, in the area of home. So that could be maybe you're upgrading your home. Maybe you get to live in a much nicer home in February. Maybe you're buying a home. Maybe you're getting a home as a gift. In that case, you'd be so lucky. Maybe you just finished buying a home and you're going to start renting it out, and this abundance is abundance from a home. Maybe, yeah, it doesn't mean that maybe you already have a home and it's going to start giving you money. You can rent it. So yeah, Fehu rune in the 4th house, abundance in the area. Maybe you're getting a new home or something. But yeah, definitely abundance maybe you're moving to a nicer home. We can keep going on, but expect abundance in the area of your home, or money coming out of a home in the month of February. Didn't I just tell you there's a lot going on for you in the month of February, and it hasn't even begun. I mean, we didn't even talk about the situation right there, which let's start doing that. It looks like in the 11th house, you've got the Tiwaz rune. And the Tiwaz rune is all about doing the morally responsible thing, being responsible. It's also about justice. It's about duty. And so seeing the parliament, and we've got criminal in conjunction to that, I am suspecting that when it comes to your life, you're going to be quite involved in a situation when it comes to your community or your society where all of you stand together against a criminal. So expect that in the month of February, you and others are talking a lot about a criminal situation, maybe a criminal situation that happens in the news or in your neighborhood, or in your community, in your company even. Who knows? Expect that there will be a lot of talk about how can this person do that? This is a criminal. All of society or all of your community with the 11th house are standing together. Even your faith is revived. When it comes to faith and the system, maybe your faith is revived in the system or in your country's justice system, or faith is revived in the higher ups in your company. Faith is revived in the people who are handling your neighborhood. Really, it depends again on how this resonates with you or how this is playing out for you in the month of February. But yeah, the elements are there. Many people standing together, hand in hand, doing the right, morally correct thing towards a criminal or a criminal act, it seems. Faith is restored as everyone is watching the right thing happening. Tiwaz rune, the right thing happening. Everyone's proud that everyone stood against the wrong versus the right. Very, very beautiful reading here. And you can see it's happening within a week's time. So if you're watching this reading a little earlier than February, this might even start maybe towards the end of January. Or maybe on the 12th, who knows? But yeah, I do see something of that nature in the month of February for you happening soon. It's reviving some faith. It's like maybe it's reviving faith in goodness, reviving faith in your community, right? It's the 11th house after all. But it's definitely reviving some strong faith in something. And we didn't even finish. Can you believe this? In the month of February, you've got the Wunya rune in the 10th house. What can I tell you? A great month for you. This year is starting with a bliss for you. Can you not see? So the Wunya rune is a rune of joy, bliss, success. And you can see it's in the 10th house. So you can expect a lot of success, a lot of joy in the area of your work and your career, which we will explore in just a moment. We'll explore all of these different areas so that you have a good idea regarding your month. This is just a good overview before we begin. But yeah, I see you making more money. I see your money increasing month after month starting January. So this is a great year of money for you, I do suspect. Looking at the fire horse here is a great year of money for you. Looking at the Wunya rune in the 10th house. Yeah, and I do see your money increasing month after month. Great job. Love this energy for you. And now here, there's something massive. 8th house is the house of transformation. And then you've got the 9th house, which is the house of exploration. The Yewaz rune is a rune of resilience, protection. It depends on where it's falling, really. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing that you've been resilient towards making some changes in your life. So expect, with the year of the horse and starting February, that all of the areas in which you were resilient previously and in this month into making changes in your life, these are the areas that will start moving very fast, matching the energy of the fire horse this year. So let's say you've been making consistent efforts, which I can tell you for sure here, towards your health. You're going to start seeing yourself going far, as if you were traveling with a plane, far ahead when it comes to your health, which we can see clearly. Let's say you've been working hard towards your career and your money, then in that case, it's moving quickly in that area. And that's what the Fool and the World card is signifying specifically in your reading, which I've noticed from the very beginning. I was like, whoa, yes, that's the year of the horse right there. It begins and it moves quickly. So it starts and it moves quickly. I would say, even if you haven't been putting efforts towards any areas before, this reading is definitely encouraging you to start taking the steps right now, because whatever steps you're going to be taking before the beginning of the fire horse, if you're lucky enough to hear that now before the fire horse begins, do that. Start making these changes right now, because it's as if you're riding the waves, just surfing the waves of the fire horse year by making these changes right now. And you will see massive changes beginning March with all of the areas that you start right now. So what it is that you need to begin? Do you need to start side hustle? Do you want to work on your health? Do you want to start a beauty routine? What is it that you want, that you've been putting off? Now is the perfect time to start putting in action towards these things, because your runes are promising massive changes in these areas. If you've already been putting in some efforts and there are other areas that you would like to start, I would usually advise you guys to begin slowly, do things slowly so that they're consistent. This is the one time where looking at your cards and your runes, I will say, forget about that. Throw that in the bin this month. Everything that you want started, get it started right now before the year of the fire horse, because it's just going to move quickly. In fact, I want to dare and say the same thing for the rest of the year. This is the year where things can be moving very quickly for you, favorably. So begin and you shall receive. Begin and you shall receive. That's the year where you receive That's the year you see results for the things you put in, at least for this pile. So start doing that. See, Seven of Pentacles, things increase for you, money increases for you, resources increase for you in whichever areas you put that effort into. Yeah, that's definitely what I am seeing here. King of Cups. It looks to me like this month there's something very valuable that is going to begin in your life that you will really honor and love. Could it be a new puppy in your life? It could be like directly saying that, but that's just like me reading it on a surface level. This is where we're going to begin exploring all of these things at a deeper level. Oh, we didn't even explore that. Perhaps it falls in some area that we're not looking at, but we will definitely do that. But what is happening with the King of Cups here? It could be a new romantic relationship that's beginning for you this month. Gosh, the year of the Fire Horse is starting off beautifully for you. If you've been wondering for this pile, if this is going to be a good year for you, this is a year that is, it seems like it's matching your energy and is going to work beautifully for you. So, King of Cups, what beautiful, valuable, emotionally valuable thing is beginning for you this month? Could this be the very reason there is a divine communication happening? Is it to help you take care of this wonderful thing? Is it to herald something wonderful happening in your life? I'm not sure. Let's explore. I want to pull out 3 tarot cards for this particular card, and I want to pull out an oracle card to help give us more details. I see this card. Let me pull it out and see what this is for you. So what wonderful thing that you will really, it could be a new child, by the way. We do have a mother here. We have the card of creation, which I told you from the very beginning, looking at where it's connected. It could be connected to motherhood. So maybe you're a new parent this month. Maybe you have a new baby. Right. Monster. Okay. Oh, also, like in a split of a second, this read like Chihuahua in the weirdest way in my mind. So maybe you're getting a new Chihuahua. So pet is confirmed for some of you, right? Motherhood is confirmed for some of you. Other than that, let's continue. Death. This is a supernatural death. This is a supernatural. This one is specifically is talking about, I was correct, your divine connection here. Something is divine. And it doesn't have to be like a dream or seeing your guardian angel, like the direction I was taking in the beginning of the reading, although that could be absolutely right. But looking at this, it looks like this is an experiential experience. Experiential moment. Where it could be through something meaningful to you that you experience it, which means maybe everyone falls in love, but you see your divine counterpart for the first time, and it feels like a magical moment. Like you look into each other's eyes and something happens there where you're like, whoa, I feel like I've known you before. I feel you are the right person. I can't explain it. Not because your heart's feeling it or your mind's feeling it, which are important things, don't get me wrong, but because your soul just knows something here. It could be an experiential experience through a communication with another being, like you communication with a living soul, like through a friend, you have this moment together, or through your pet, you have a moment together. Or it could just simply be an experiential moment as you sit alone at night, or in a moment where you're sitting alone and you actually see something. But yeah, definitely a magical experience this month. We're seeing that aspect. Chihuahua, that could be a pet. Motherhood, we've explored that. What else? Knight of Wands, yes, you do have the ninth house. So some of you, this could be an experiential experience as you travel around the world. You're going somewhere new that will give you this moment. Yes, absolutely. Do you know? Of course, you know. I mean, if you've ever been to a new place other than where you were, like another city, even if it's right next to you, or you've went to the beach for the first time, or you traveled to another state, traveled to another country, anywhere outside of where you usually are, you get into this magical experience of feeling like you almost feel like you're outside of yourself. You're experiencing something divine. And it's hard to explain. It's not because you're doing something new and it's because of all the dopamine hit, obviously, that you get, but there's something beyond it. There's something on a soul level where you experience magic. You really do experience magic. The magic of this place. And when you're just new to it, you get in tune with that magic of that place for the first time. And that's why living in the moment is important, because when you live in the moment, and I digress for a moment, you get to reconnect back to that very magic that others come and feel when they visit you. So all I'm trying to say is that this is an divine what's wrong with me today? Experiential experience where you're going somewhere else this month, where you will have a lot of fun. This is going to be something else. Knight of Wands, going to another state, another city, another country, and you're feeling like you're in this magical ride. You feel absolutely connected to a higher power as you go through the magic of this new place. And who knows what other magical experiences you're going to have in this new place. Some of you might even be traveling. Yes, new home, perhaps that's why. That is so cool. Like you're going to another place, changing homes, feeling the magic of it all. And I saw week, so maybe this is in a week's time even for some of you. All right, and last but not least, with regards to the King of Cups, we've got Eight of Wands, plane, flying. Again, there's like strong emphasis here that there is traveling and divine experience through traveling. Yeah, other than that, we've talked about having a divine experience with spirit, God, the universe, having a new pet, and motherhood. These are all like experiences that we never forget. All right. Saving money. This one's pretty obvious. It looks like you will be making more money as time goes by, especially starting in February. Your career is kicking off. You're making more money and you are saving money month after month. It's pretty clear here. Many things are going to begin and resolve in the month of February. Not just the things we've talked about, obviously, but you will notice that there are a lot of things that just start off and you start getting a lot of results for them right away. We did talk about how this is your energy this month. Okay, and this year, sorry. So let's take a look at the Mother's Punishment card story to see how it's playing out in your life. So a mother's punishment, where is it from? Oh, Brunei, page 7. So the story is, this card depicts the tragic tale of a devoted mother who sacrificed everything to support her son's dreams. Years later, he returned as a wealthy yet cruel man, forsaking his own mother and ridiculing the less fortunate. Heartbroken by his transformation, he invoked a curse upon his ship. She invoked a curse upon his ship at sea. After the tempest subsided, only a solitary jagged rock, now known as Yong Batu, emerged from the depths. When this card appears, reflect on the dynamics happening in your relationships. Have you neglected someone who had treated you kindly? Are you being taken advantage of? I feel like this part I've read rather quickly and it was hard for you to understand, so I'm going to I was just excited, and when I get into this excited mode, maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to calmly read this part for you. It is saying, years later, he returned as a wealthy yet cruel man, forsaking his own mother and ridiculing the less fortunate. Heartbroken by his transformation, she invoked a curse upon his ship at sea. After the tempest subsided, only a solitary jagged rock, now known as Jong Batu, emerged from the depths. And I'm noticing something so nice here. The somber tale reminds us of the intricacies of human relationships. It urges us not to abandon those who aided us in adversity, and serves as a sobering reminder that love is sometimes not enough. The rugged rock amidst turbulent waters reflects a lasting imprint of heartbreak, reminding us that sometimes we must sever ties with those who inflict harm. So I feel like this is talking about the situation right there, and when it comes to your reading, it looks like, let's give an example. Let's say this is a business person who the country has helped out a lot. It is due to everybody's, for example, tax money that they were able to get the great education that they got. And it is because of the benefits that community has given them, because of everybody's collective kind-heartedness, that they got the advantages that they got towards their business. It is through everybody's support when their business was small that they were able to thrive and have a good name and a good reputation, because when they did the good work, everyone appreciated them and stayed loyal to them. So now that they're bigger, they start being corrupt, and they even start using advantages from the taxpayers' monies that were there to help them from the very beginning. Now they're robbing this opportunity from other people. You know, any corrupt thing that a business would be doing. Maybe they're now corrupt in the things that they put in their products. Maybe it's harmful towards the very society that helped them grow and believed in them. In any case, this is just an example to kind of give you an idea. And so maybe this is everyone standing together, condemning what is wrong, saying, no, that's not right. Everyone standing in their power, and maybe rules and regulations changing because of this whole situation, where everyone's standing alongside saying, no, this cannot happen. This person is now harming so many people. We've got to save these people, and rules and regulations change as a consequence. And so with this case, this person forgot the very thing that's making them stable. Like when in order to get up, we have to have a strong foundation, and we should never forget that it is this foundation that is carrying us through to this day, no matter how high we go. And so it seems like many people forget when they're up there that it is the foundation that is holding them. And that's the sort of situation we're looking at this month when it comes to this community standing together saying, no, don't forget where you're standing. And also this could work to remind you, where are you forgetting in your life not to be grateful for those who are there for you, or those who have stood by you from the very beginning. Even if they're not necessarily playing a role right now in your life, did they play an important role, and is it now important to pay back? This is something you also want to keep into consideration to match the energy of your month. But yeah, massive things are changing this month. A criminal is being caught. Maybe this is a manager in your work. Maybe this is someone who is responsible for your state or something. These are my guesses, but rules are changing for sure, looking at Parliament, because everybody's speaking up this month. Okay, anything else that I missed in your reading? I think that pretty much covers everything. Yeah, we did talk about you being resilient just before we end your reading. That is something I definitely need to explore for you. You were resilient, and you will be getting a lot of changes. You will be seeing a lot of changes, and you're going far this month. Well, the Two of Swords says, Reem, don't explore that. Let them enjoy it. I'm sorry about that. I always love exploring, but this one just popped out, as you can see. Let them enjoy the tea. Right, when it's served in a good way, of course, because you've been resilient. You deserve the surprise. You deserve to live it. It's your month of magic this month, after all. So, my dear pile number 1, powerful reading. I love your pile. I wish you the best of luck this month and moving forward your whole fire horse year. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, as you know, we're taking a look. Whoa, thanks. Are you kidding me? How many are these? 4. We'll just take them as they are. Where was I? So, welcome to your reading. We're doing your February 2026 predictions. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. As you can see on the far right, I do have an empty chart of astrological houses in which I'll be casting some runes on in a moment to get a more in-depth, accurate reading for your month. And yeah, that's the plan. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful blue agate. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Aquarius, as well as Scorpio. Welcome to reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, let's get straight into it. We'll be casting your runes first. Your oracle cards are ready. And let's start asking. What can you expect in the month of February, my dear pile number 2? There we go. One more time. What can you expect in the month of February? Whoa, we do have a lot this month. Is this touching? It's not. It's so close. I'm just going to leave it, actually. Right, let me take these. And yes, I did notice in pile number 1 that there is a lot going on. And the first thing I thought about was because the year of the fire horse is starting officially in February the 17th, I believe. And so it's not a surprise that we're looking at, with this type of energy, at a lot of things happening. So let's take them bit by bit. In the 2nd house, you've got the Wunyu rune. In the 3rd, 4th, and 5th house, you've got an underlying energy of the Laguz rune. But mainly between the 3rd and the 4th, you've got the rune. Oh, are you kidding me? What's going on this month? I did see the Ansuz rune in the 3rd house in the first pile. I would say if you're drawn to pile number 1, in that case, I highly recommend it. I mean, what are the odds? But the persistence of seeing the Ansuz rune in the 3rd house, this divine communication, is crazy. Okay, so in the 7th house, you've got the Kanaz rune. Sorry, the Yera rune in the 7th house. In the 9th house, you've got the Algiz rune. In the 10th house, you've got, you know what? There was a little bit of the Algiz touching the 10th house as well. So I'm actually going to leave it in place. The placing of the runes are very important this month. So a little bit in the 10th house as well. But anyways, in the 10th house, you've got the blank rune. So there's a blank new slate in terms of your work and your career. And then you've got the Yewaz rune in the 10th house. And last but not least, in the 11th house, you've got the Uruz rune. Wonderful. Like I said, so much is going on for you this month, my dear pile number 2. Let's carefully pull the chart and place it to the corner. That was successful. Okay, and let's now take a look at your oracle cards first before we expand using your tarot cards. So I'm so curious about these four, but intuitively something is drawing me towards this card. And for this reason, I'll pull this out first. All right, so you've got the Enneagram listening under the category of talent. Okay, so the keywords are maintaining harmony, understanding, empathy, compromises, open discussions, as well as respect for opinions. Okay, let's keep that here. And you've got the story of a denied mother. You gotta check pile number 1. I mean, the first pile, they also had a story of a mother. It was a different one. I'm sure this is like a different reading. It's so similar in many ways, but yet so different. And so if you're just drawn to pile number 2, that's your reading. If you're also drawn to pile number 1, I would say the reading expands a lot on what we're going to be exploring in this reading. So a denied mother, the story of a denied mother, and it's kind of the same thing. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on this month, but isn't it crazy when the energies are the same from different decks, from different piles? Mind-blowing. All right, so you've got the root chakra with perfection. Okay, wonderful. Now let's explore the 4 cards. I want to keep them next to each other. Something tells me to keep them next to each other. So you've got castle. Powerful energies, seeing perfection, castle. These are big energies. You've got best friends. Powerful energies, perfection, castle, not just a friend, best friends, you know. You've got spacecraft, not just like literally out of this world with spacecraft. Do you see the sort of energies you're getting here? And finally, you've got the energy of creation. Are you kidding me? Wow, powerful energies for sure. Each in its own element, in its own form. All right, let's pull out your tarot cards and let's begin this. And then we begin this magical reading. Okay, so my dear pile number 2. You've got the 3 of Cups right off the bat. Something here is going on. Yeah, especially with the Uruz rune. So you've got the 3 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, you've got the 4 of Wands, the Magician, and actually let's just stop there for now, but 2, no, that's just a major arcana. Okay, but you see the companionship and the love and the deep connection that you have in your pile. We're seeing deep connections, like mother to child connection. And by the way, in the story, this is the mother. But anyways, I digress. Mother to child connection. Best friends, lovers, bond between a group of people, dear group of people. I definitely see you being blessed in the area of connections this month. You know, the 11th house is the house of community and friendship. So like-minded people. So with the Uruz rune, which is a rune of health and vitality and strength, I see that you're getting a lot of that in the month of February, right off the bat. I'm seeing, yeah, even a relationship with yourself and your inner child. It's a dear, strong bond. You're getting your inner child to be more involved with you and in your life, what they want to do. So yeah, for you, it seems like it's a month where you're feeling the bliss of powerful connections in different ways in your life. You'll see powerful connections between you and your children, or maybe the other way around, you and your parents. You'll see powerful connection forming and becoming stronger. the Uruz rune, becoming stronger and healthier between you and your best friends, your parents, your mom, your children, a powerful connection forming and becoming stronger with you and your inner child, powerful connection with you and your community or your small group of friends or big group of friends, or maybe these are just new ones altogether. A powerful connection with your spouse, with your partner. Maybe you don't have one yet, then this is definitely talking about how you're forming one this month, and so on. Do you see? That's definitely there. I see a lot of listening and harmony and empathy this month, where there are open discussions and respect for each other's opinions going on this month between you and your inner child and all of the other connections, just so that I don't bore you repeating them again. But you see my point. Powerful connections. I see you understanding and listening to each other in all these different types of relationships, making some compromise when it's needed, just so that the relationship is healthier and you're happier and they're happier. Also, I'm seeing empathy between the two of you. Compromises from your side or theirs. Empathy from your side or theirs, or mutual. Respect for their opinion as they respect your opinion. Yeah, I feel with Castle even that there's powerful energy going on this month in the different areas that we're looking at. The Algiz rune again here testifies for that. But yeah, powerful connections through and through this month for sure. I feel like when it comes to your connections, you're leading with clarity, you're leading with understanding. You're leading your connections with clarity, understanding, empathy, discussion, respect towards each other. Yeah, embracing each other's differences and opinions, directions even in life that you may or may not agree with. This is definitely forming powerful connections for you this month. And I'm sure what I just said absolutely makes sense to you on an even deeper level than what I understand. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here for sure. That's like where a lot of cards have been talking about that. That's the first synchronicity that I see. Otherwise, let's take it from the very beginning. So you've got the Wunyu rune in the second house. The Wunyu rune is the rune of joy, bliss, success. So second house is the house of your body as well as wealth. So I am seeing a lot of magic in these two areas. The areas of finances and wealth and resources in your life, as well as bliss in the area of your body, your health, your looks, how you look like. That's definitely a pretty powerful energy where you will see magic this month. So if you're trying to calculate logically how this is going to happen, I would say this is not the matching energy here. If you're like, oh, money's probably going to come to me from this extra gig that I'm doing, or money's probably going to come to me because I lend money to someone and they're perhaps going to give it back to me. Don't try to look at it from that perspective. I see with the Wunyu rune and the Magician that it's really just going to happen magically. So allow for that space. Don't try to materialize it too much as you're thinking about it. Allow for that energy to flow to match the energy of your month. And so allow for new things to come in, or for things to transform in a magical way, for things to happen out of the blue, for things to come in an unexpected way. When it comes to your body, your looks, and your money or resources in general. So just allow it to flow. Don't try to control it by making sense of it and see from what area of your life it's going to happen. Just allow it to flow. I think I made that clear. Okay, so we're looking now at the third house, fourth house, and the fifth house, and you've got the Laguz rune, which is a rune of flow. It's a rune of water. What do I think looking at them? Cleansing also. Yeah, cleansing, which makes sense. Which makes a lot of sense because we've got listening here. And that's one of the elements that is improving the connection between you and others. So I am thinking that in these areas specifically, there's a lot of cleansing, a lot of purification happening, allowing for great things to come, divine things to happen. So I see that this month divine energy is in your home, and there is a lot of divine communication happening. So that could be you experiencing something divine, as I said in the first pile, like you having a magical connection with the universe, with God. You know, one of those moments that happens once in a lifetime where we experience something magic, and we talk about it like, oh, there was this moment where I saw God, or I saw a magical being, or I heard something, or everything just showed me to pick this option, and it was why it is why I am where I am today, or this or that or the other. You're getting one of these moments this month. I am also seeing it connected to the fourth house, so it's going to probably happen in your home, in the place where you call home, like the house you live in, or maybe you feel like your parents' house is your home. That would be the home in that case. Where do you feel home? Is it your home country, maybe? Home state? Yeah, it's going to happen home, whatever that means to you. Maybe home to you is a person, right? It's going to happen with a person. Maybe this is saying that you're going to have, like, this is a divine connection, twin flames, divine soul connection, divine marriage. Maybe you're getting married, maybe you're moving in with the right person this month. It's like a divine connection here. I see a massive celebration when it comes to the home, also because of the divine energy entering the home area of your life. So in all cases, whether this is like a divine connection, marriage, moving in, I see divine energy in your home. And we'll see what this will mean. But the first thing I'm seeing with the fours, Four of Wands, is that there's massive celebration in your home. That could be an engagement in your home, like a small engagement party maybe in your home. That could be birthday party in your home that feels divine. And that could be your family celebrating something special that is dear to all of you, so they're celebrating you. There's, at the end of the day, something very divine happening in your home this month, and we'll explore what that is in a moment. So yeah, you will see a lot of cleansing happening when it comes to your communication with others this month. Your communication with others, their communication with you. This is going to be divine. If you've been having some trouble communicating with some people in your life, difficulties getting your message across or their messages across, if you've been having throat chakra issues, there's cleansing. There's a cleansing of the throat chakra, and it's a general energy. It seems like a sprinkle towards everyone in your community, and is going to bring magic. Maybe this is people around you. In a home could be your intimate space, and I do see that actually. Communication between you and your inner child, best friend, spouse or partner, mothers, fathers, children, best friends. Yeah, it's very intimate. So since these two are connected, I'm seeing that there's a lot of cleansing this month in the most weirdest way. Like, you could be thinking, Reem, it's nice to hear, but you don't know what's going on between me and my parents, or me and my spouse at the moment, or me and my best friend at the moment. I don't think that could be logical. And I would just simply say, stay open for it. Maybe I'm not really analyzing it properly, right? There is the chance of that. But for the most part, I am seeing that there's something divine here. So don't, again, try to, I would say, wait until the end of the month. Don't be attached to results. Just allow things to flow. And know that if you have a situation with any of these types of relationships in your life, just wait to see what kind of magic could happen without being attached to it. Because I'm seeing some cleansing and something divine happening here, totally outside of the box that you're not expecting. And not just in that sort of relationship that you don't know how things are going to work, but also in all of your relationships in general. So cleansing in the home, I see that there's massive cleansing in your home. You're doing a lot of cleaning, a lot of organizing, a lot of cleaning of energy as well. That will bring divine energy into your home. I foresee that for you. I do see that in the foreseeable future, or in the month of February. I see cleansing in the area of childhood, 5th house, and I'm seeing childhood because of the inner child here. So that could be listening to your inner child, finally listening to their dreams and going, I'm going to offer it to you this month. I'm going to go in the direction that you want, not in the direction that my mind's obsessed with, or society's obsessed with, or I think is right, trying to keep safe. I'm going to listen to you this month. So this month, you're really listening to your inner child. Your inner child is holding on to you. There's a good relationship between you and your inner child, because like I said in the story, this is the mother and this is the child. So the child is holding on to you. It loves that you're holding on to your inner child. They're holding on to you. They love that you're listening to them. They love that you're listening to their dreams. You're speaking your truth. You're speaking out. You're being your authentic self this month because you're following your inner child. And with this cleanse, you speak your truth. Your inner child feels safe with you, and you will start experiencing perfection. Now, here's the thing in your pile when it comes to the fire horse. It begins this month, as I said. If you want to succeed this year, the more you listen to your inner child and become closer to your true authentic self, remove shame, which is related to this card, which we'll talk about in a moment. Remove shame, honor who you are. Don't be ashamed of anything that you used to hide about yourself, or things about your past. It's not that it's saying, hey, go out there and tell your secrets to the world. It's just simply saying, don't be ashamed of them, and honor who you are unapologetically. The more you are attuned to that energy, the more this year will work out with magic for you. It will be full of celebration and great creations. You will experience things out of this world, not this month, just this month, but throughout the year. So yeah, honor the fire, honor the year of the horse, and be true to yourself. And this process is starting out for you. I foresee that in the month of February. A lot of cleansing when it comes to your childhood, allowing your child to do the things they always wanted, listening to your inner child, sitting with the emotions of your inner child, letting go of shame, embracing your roots, embracing your story, embracing the very things that you may have not liked in the past. So yeah, massive cleansing going on in that aspect for you, my dear pile number 2 this month. And in the 7th house, you've got the Yara rune. Actually, how did I just this is what the whole reading is about. You are getting a lot of harvest when it comes to your intimate connections. How did I look at intimate connections? You've probably, astrology people have been screaming. It's like you've got the Yara rune, the Kenaz rune, the Yara rune in the 7th house, Reem. Hello. I'm sure a lot of you have been seeing this. So 7th house is intimate connections, right? And all of the different connections that you've created in your past, you're seeing the outcome of that in this month. Even, I would say, with regards to the ones you haven't been speaking to, but your intimate connections this month are going to be giving you a lot of strength. You'll see a lot of people supporting you, celebrating you this month. This could be a wedding for some of you. But yeah, the harvest of all of the efforts that you've been putting in towards your dear ones, they're showing this month. Even towards the ones you haven't been speaking to, the efforts that you've been putting in with your inner child as well is going to show this month. The efforts that you've been putting with your children, with your parents, it's going to show this month. Yeah, you're really going to feel blessed in terms of your intimate connections this month. It's very clear. You're listening better even to each other. A new page, new you together. Okay, so let's get to the juicy part here. In the 9th house, which is a house of exploration, also a house of travel. That could be the case for some of you. a philosophy. So I'm seeing something powerful forming here. I am seeing that you are either going to be making a powerful move, traveling somewhere else or moving somewhere else. It's going to make a powerful impact in your life, or that could be a powerful decision or a powerful philosophy that you hear that absolutely makes makes a powerful impact in your life. Like, for example, that could be you listening to a financial coach telling you one powerful piece of advice that you go, oh my God, I'm going to take that, I'm taking it to heart, and it makes a powerful change in your life. Or that could be a philosophy regarding your personal development. Maybe you listen to a personal development coach that gives one powerful piece of advice, and sometimes something clicks. Thousands of people could be listening to the same advice, but it just clicks for you because it is being said in a way that works specifically for you, and that absolutely solves something in your life, and it just changes you. So powerful philosophy making a powerful impact in your life, or a powerful move somewhere that makes a powerful impact in your life. That's definitely there. And you can see the energy of creation, spacecraft, outer space. For a lot of you, it is these two energies that I'm talking about. Going somewhere else and it's out of this world, it completely changes your life. Or a new philosophy, a new idea that starts a new energy in your life that you weren't successful in maybe starting before. So that energy is there, the castle, the power. I feel like this action that you will be taking, or this move, whatever this is going to protect you with castle from a lot of things moving forward, power again, in your life. So that could be a powerful financial move that will protect you for the rest of your life, or a powerful change that you make towards your health or towards your personal development that makes you a powerful person, and you become your own person that protects you for the rest of your life. So that's powerful philosophy, powerful move, maybe both, who knows, in your life this month. Massive energies, as you can see, and we're not even done yet. Can you believe this? What did I say I wanted to explore for you so that I don't forget? Gosh, I can't remember. Anyways, I hope I remember before the end of the reading. Anyways, not to waste your time, 10th house is the house of career goals. We're seeing a blank new page. So that could be a new position this month. It could be representing a new, like maybe you're starting a whole new job. Like you're leaving your old job behind and you're starting a new job. Or maybe you haven't been working for a while and there's a new job and you're going to the office and it's a new page in your life. Maybe it's a new gig, right? Maybe you are starting a new business. I was going to say investment. This is why I paused, but it's the 10th house. A new goal. Maybe it doesn't have to be related to career. Maybe it's a new goal that you're embarking on, that you are starting this month. In any case, you do see the Yewaj rune, which is a rune of resilience. I see that with this new page, there's a lot of resilience, a lot of power. Do you see that? You're like, I'm going to start this, I'm going to make this happen, and you're working hard towards it. So it could be a new business that you're starting. It's a powerful one, and you are being resilient, you're being consistent, you're making sure that it happens for you. It could be a new office job or a new position that you're very excited about, and you're working very hard to prove yourself, to build your career. In all cases, you can see with the Knight of Swords, you're moving quick this month and nothing is standing in your way. I do see that for you. There is this energy here. You're matching the energy of the fire horse by following your beliefs, following through with the Knight of Swords. Nothing can stand in your way here. You're like, I want to form better connections. I want to make this business work or this career step work. I want this health to work. I want this or that. And nothing is standing in your way this month. Forget motivation. Forget trying your best. Forget things working out and thus making you move even forward. Forget about all of that. This is a month where you don't know why, but you're just moving towards it. You don't need any motivation. You don't need things to be working out. It's almost like that's all you can see. That's all you can see, and that's all that matters. And you're moving towards it. Nothing can talk you out of it. You listen to motivational quotes and you're like, that's cute, but I'm moving there. Nothing. I don't know how to explain it with the Knight of Swords. You're so convinced. You're almost blinded. That's the Knight of Swords. You're blinded. That's what you're going to do. You know how when you see someone and you just can't talk them out of something, they're so blinded by it, whether this is like joining the military or getting into a relationship or getting into debt to begin a project, and you're like, the people who love you are like, please don't do that, and you can't listen, you can't hear them, you can't see anything. That's all you can see. And with that type of energy, you're gonna end up celebrating Four of Wands. You're in the right path. So this is coming in a positive way. You're blinded in a positive way. You're like, I'm gonna get this done. This is gonna happen. This is mine. It's only a matter of time. I don't know if I was able to relay that energy, and maybe I don't need to. That's your energy, right? Or that's the energy you're tapping into. You're so blinded by something, and nothing in the world, no rules, no people, no fears, nothing is standing in your way until you get it and you're celebrating it. I don't know if are you celebrating it this month, or is this moving forward? Six of Pentacles, right away. Generously, right away. You're being released right away. Wonderful. So yes, you're moving quickly. The energy is matching you and you're getting quick results right away. It's almost going to feel like magic, my dear pile number 2. And yeah, this was your reading. Maybe you want to know the story of the mother so that you understand when I was talking about shame and how you're going to be embracing shame. Let me read this small snippet of the story for you. A denied mother from the Philippines. It's a story from the Philippines, and it's page 33. So, the Sultan once owned a dog that mysteriously gave birth to 3 human daughters. The Sultan took the girls in as his own and married them away when they came of age. When the Sultan died, the dog sought out her daughters only to be faced with rejection and denial. The 2 eldest daughters were ashamed of being born from her, but the youngest accepted her mother without shame. With each passing day, the daughter's piety and love healed the dog and transformed her into a human. This card's theme is to remind us not to forget where we came from. Just as the youngest daughter showed compassion and acceptance, the inner child maybe, and compassion and acceptance for her mother's true self, you are encouraged to treat what you may consider unseemly, in your past with empathy. By acknowledging your roots and embracing your experiences, you can foster healthy self-acceptance and understanding. So keep that in mind for this month, because the sooner you get in touch with that energy, like I told you with the fire horse, the year is working out for you beautifully. Yeah, remember this story also has an element of the children forgetting that the very thing they're ashamed of is the thing that gave them life, is the thing that gave them love, is the thing that is the reason they are who they are today. Literally, the mother, right? So in that sense, I'm going to assist you with thinking about the very thing you're ashamed of. At least in your reading, it says, it is the reason why you have the privileges you have today, or why you have something amazing that you have today. It may even be the very thing that is turning you against it. Like, don't forget that they have life because of their mother. So now they're turning around and being ashamed of their mother. And so similarly, in that sense, something gave you the privileges that you have today, and you just need to connect the dots. If you're ashamed of something, you need to go back to that shame and say, it's that very thing that is giving me these privileges. And instead, I should be forever indebted with gratitude. I don't want to say that. That's not the right way to put it. Forever grateful, not indebted. Forget the indebted part. Forever grateful for that beautiful energy. And if you match that energy, the fire horse will be putting you in its tail, in its, what's the expression? It's going to be putting you at its tail ends, driving you easily throughout the year. It's in its coat's tail end, taking you, or on its back. Why am I going like, why am I saying that? You will be driving the fire horse. So my imagination sometimes goes wild, but it could be put very easily. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. As you know, we're taking a look at your February 2026 predictions. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Actually, before I introduce your pile, this one was struggling to stay, so I'm gonna let it stay. As you can see on the far right, I have an empty chart of astrological houses in which I'll be casting some runes on to in a moment in order to get a more detailed, accurate reading of your month. So that's the plan. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Virgo, as well as Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, let's place this in the center and set the intention before we cast your runes and ask, what can you expect in the month of February 2026, please? One, two, three. Okay, this month we're seeing a lot of runes. I'm noticing that in every pile. It's not usually the case. Sometimes we only get 2 or 3 runes, but this month a lot of activities, and I will keep repeating myself throughout this reading. I think it's because it's the year of the fire horse is starting in February the 17th. That's probably why we're seeing a lot of activity. So let's check out your runes. You've got a lot of runes in the area of transformation. Oh my God. A lot of things are transforming powerfully, I must say, in your life. But like it's going to bring a lot of strength and vitality into your life. But like, look at this. The rune of transformation in the house of transformation. Boy, you must be ready for this. You must get ready for this, my dear pile number 3, because your life is changing powerfully. This is a pile where you're going to see a lot of crazy things starting to change in your life. But alas, let's take a look at your runes. You've got you've got the Wunyu rune. A lot of people are getting some really nice runes in their 4th house this month, the month of February. So you've got the Wunyu rune in the 4th house. You've got the Manaz rune in the 5th house. Interesting. Let's look at these nice ones here. So 8th house, the house of transformation. You've got the Uruz rune, you've got the Dagaz rune, and you've got, wow, nice. You've got the Gebo rune. I would say all of the things that are transforming for you this month, if you were worried, are super positive. Okay, now it could be a powerful gift that you're getting, because that's the Gebo rune, that will transform your whole life. That could be the case for some of you, if not all of you, in this pile. Yeah, so look out for a massive gift. It could be like an inheritance. It could be someone offering you something. You know, also Gebo is, although it's a gift, I also read it's like exchange of energy. I always tell you guys it's a gift and nothing is expected. But I read recently that it has to do also with energy exchange. So you may be doing something so nice to someone, and so they do something nice, not because they are giving it back necessarily, but because you've created some beautiful energy, a beautiful bond that has made this happen. This could be also good karma, by the way, with energy exchange, right? Good karma coming back this month. Okay, anyways, this was like, we're just introducing the runes here. We're not reading. So, ninth house, blank new page. You're starting a new journey this month, an exciting new journey. And you've got the Sawalyu rune. Amazing. You're going to love this. Maybe you're going to a sunny country. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's cold now. Maybe you're traveling to a warm, sunny area. That will be so nice. 10th house, you've got the Isa rune. That's interesting. 11th house, you've got the Othala rune. Something about community this month. I don't know what's going, like the things I'm noticing this month that are persistent in every reading is the 4th house, so far at least, 4th house and the 11th house. A lot of activity there. Maybe this is a collective thing with the 11th house. Who knows? We'll see. Right, let's place your chart right there. Like I told you, so much is going on. Let's take a look at your oracle cards as well as your tarot cards to see what this is all about. I'm so excited. Let's start off with your oracle cards. So you've got the story of a drink with death, and the keywords here are excess, blunder, as well as overindulgence. So be careful. Obviously, you're going to be experiencing a lot of change this month, and you're going to enjoy yourself a lot this month. It does look like that. Be careful not to overdo it. But we'll read the story in a moment. Let's keep that here. No, be careful not to overindulge with all the amazing things that are happening this month. You've got save a bit for later, something I heard in my mind's ear. Maybe it's money. Maybe these are resources. Maybe, just don't overindulge. And you've got running. Yeah, the month of the horse. This is when it begins. You're going to start noticing how your life is moving so quickly, it seems. You've got the Enneagram guarantor of peace. Isn't this lovely? Okay, so it's under the category of service to humanity, and the keywords are maintains harmony, peacemaker, conciliator, mediator, diplomat, as well as therapist. Okay. Running, something I heard as well. And, I love this story. It's a very interesting one. But you've got the solar plexus card with dissipating. Okay, let's now take a look at your tarot cards and explore this reading. I'm very excited about it. There's so much, and I can't wait to unravel it. So, thanks. You've got the 9 of Wands. Look at, do you notice this shadow of the eagle? Yeah, it does show a lot. Right. So you've got the 9 of Wands, Temperance, choices. More options, give tools, understanding your environment and getting more tools to help you maneuver through your own environment. powerful tools that allows you to move through your own environment. So I have a lot to tell you with this card, actually. You've got, oh, look at you. There's a lot of defense here this month. Do you see? A lot of defense. Anyways, you've got the 7 of Wands. Okay. And I'm just trying to make space for one more card. I feel like one more card should be present. How do we do that? Well, we just push this a bit. That's what we do. And these are empty anyways. We can always place a card on top. You've got the Page of Swords. New news, a herald. New news coming in. So, where do we begin? Let's just begin anywhere, and I'm sure the reading is just as always going to come together. That's what happens with the magical world. So, let's pull out your story. I feel drawn to your story first. Perhaps it'll give us a good context to what we're looking at. But we've got the story of A Drink with Death. So, this is a story from Thailand, Drink with Death, page 38. And the story is, a man's overindulgence in whiskey led him to a peculiar encounter with death. In the afterlife, the man convinced death to drink with him. Huh. And while drunk, he bemoaned that his wish to see his son ordained as a monk next year would be fulfilled. The man convinced death to drink with him. Oh yeah. And while drunk, he bemoaned that his wish to see his son ordained as a monk next year would be fulfilled. Death, now drunk, decided to fulfill his wish and granted him an extra year of life. However, due to his inebriation, I'll check what that means. Due to his inebriation, death mistakenly wrote the man's lifespan as 401 years instead of 41. The man outlived his loved ones and spent his extra long life lonely and miserable. What a story. This card asks a simple question. Have you or someone you know overindulged to the point of harm? This card reminds us that while enjoying life's pleasure is essential, overindulgence can lead to unforeseen consequences. Remember the need for moderation in our desires, as well as the potential for unexpected outcomes when we neglect balance in our lives. I think this is definitely a great introduction to the energy we're looking at in your reading. Oh my God. It can already show you how positive life is going to start to be as the fire horse starts running into your life, and how amazing it's going to be. And the reading already starts off by warning you, hey, please enjoy it, but don't overindulge. Because with the energy of the fire horse, it seems that if you do overindulge, you'll keep covering up one mistake by another that will lead to another bigger mistake. Just like with this man who overindulged and then passed on and then tried to fix it through death itself. And then with the mistake, he lived 401 years. And so on. It's just gonna, it's like a snowball. And so you can use that energy to create a snowball. Although this is fire, this is just an analogy, to create something amazing in your life, or it could backfire into something terrible. So be careful, guard your energy and be mindful of that. And so this is announcing the energy of the fire horse entering into your life. Your life is changing in the most, I'm hearing, comedic way ever. You're just going to be laughing, I think, at how much it starts to change. You're like, Look at all of these things changing. What's going on? Imagine that would change to and then you notice that changing as well, and you're like, wait up, what's going on here? So that's the sort of energy I'm picking up for this particular pile. Massive changes. It is all good. You've got the Gable rune, for God's sakes, my dear pile number 3. You've got the Aruz rune, which is all about health and vitality and strength. You're good, okay? You're good. Massive changes. It's all good. One thing you will start experiencing, however, that may not be, I don't want to say favorable because it may be misunderstood to a negative. So I'm going to try to be accurate. It's more like you may not initially find it nice as the fire horse begins, is in the area of your career, 10th house, or a specific goal. Why? All the goals that you are already working hard towards, they're going to go fantastic, okay? So it depends how the Isa rune is speaking to you. Is there some work that you're not doing, that you keep thinking you should do, that you think you would be great at, but you're not doing? That's not going to pay off well. And when it comes to goals, maybe you're doing great at work. When it comes to a particular goal, is there a goal that you keep staring at and thinking, I'll do later, when I do it, it's going to be great, but don't anyways? If this is the case, wherever this is speaking to you, you want to be very careful, because with this energy, and this is the card I always come back to, and I'll tell you why in a moment, anything that you're staring at the moment, thinking it'll be great if you work on it, but you don't anyway, this is going to create some form of, I want to say, like blockages, or a halt, not a halt, but like sort of like the hangman energy, where you're stuck in the middle. You're stuck energy is what I'm looking at. Stuck energy. So be careful with that. Before the February the 17th, make sure that the things that are important to you, you start taking action towards them right now, so that you are matching the energy of the fire horse and that they work out greatly for you. Remember, it's a snowball. For you or against you is your choice, right? So which one do you want to eat? The decision is now. We'll talk about this card as well, because it does have a strong meaning in your life moving forward, or in the month of February at least. But otherwise, be careful with that, because it's your choice right now. Don't overindulge, and don't neglect anything either. And if you're wondering why I'm saying this, let me read this small story to you. You're going to love it. And I want to read it because it depicts the energy that I'm talking about beautifully. Okay, so we've got dissipating. There we go. The legend. Canary, a pet bird, has wonderful ideas for an action movie starring his owner, Mrs. Robinson. They frequently discuss the exciting plot with friends and family. But when they are given money to make the screenplay a reality, Canary and Mrs. Robinson choose to go on a cruise instead. For the rest of their lives, they talk about their great story and exit in fantasy, not reality. So, inspiration, beware of being imprisoned by the story you tell. Do you intend to do what you say? Personal inquiry. A lack of planning does not indicate misfortune. Am I doing what I say? Key ideas. Taking action. Content to dream. Going in circles. Strong intelligence. That's an aspect as well. Making excuses, as well as procrastinating. Keywords, companionship, connection, assistance. Okay, so this is inviting you, as you can see, to start taking actions towards the things you know you're going to do great at, or you know you're gifted at, or something that you know will have a great impact in your life, that the universe, in the areas where the universe has given you the chance to do that. Any areas where you feel, yeah, of course I can do great. Am I going to get punished because I can't? Nobody's going to get punished, by the way. Just be careful with the energy. But the way you could be internalizing this is, am I going to get punished because I'm not taking action like I want to, but hey, I just can't. It's out of my hands. If this is the case, please don't worry about that. That is in the opposite energy. You're going to be getting some great news regarding that. But what I am referring to are the things that you can do things about that you haven't been taking action towards. Be careful with that, my dear pile number 3. It looks like you and your community, the Othala rune is community funny, falling in the 11th house of community or like-minded people, are going to be together this month working towards something. Maybe you're working in charity together, right? Surface to humanity. Maybe you're discussing some things that will change the course of humanity. Who knows who's listening? Maybe you and your community are coming together to help less fortunate people or the animals or wildlife or anything like that. I don't know, but there's definitely an activity like that present in your month. Maybe you're collecting money as charity towards something. I'm not sure. But I do see that you will be actively involved with a group of people that are helping out community or the planet in some way, doing a service to humanity. It says service to humanity. So serving people for the most part. It may be service to the planet, right? But for the most part, most of you, it's service to humanity. So that's an aspect that I see there. But let's get to the running part, because oh my God, is your life going to be running? This is your month of change. How do I translate this magical energy? Oh my God. In what way can I explain to you how your life is changing this month? I feel like I'm mind blown reading this for you. It does look like you're entering a gateway almost with the Uruz rune, right? It's like you're entering a gateway this month where everything changes. Everything. So much so, before you enter, so much so, let me finish the sentence first. So much so that really nothing is going to be recognizable in your life. I want to say, I want to say it powerfully. Nothing is going to be recognizable in your life soon. Maybe not right away, but very soon. You're not going to be recognizable. Like, maybe people aren't going to recognize you as a person anymore. Maybe your whole life is going to change, where people are going to start asking, hey, where's pile number 3? Where's pile number 3? Because you're in a different world. The way you live your life is not going to be recognizable. You might even find yourself in another place, a sunny place, even almost. New place. It's a house of traveling, you know? If we're looking at this type of magnitude, some people here are going to be traveling to another new country that's sunny. Suwalyu rune, the rune of the sun. Yeah, but you're moving towards success with the Suwalyu rune. So let's check out victory. You're moving towards victory. This massive change. I think this deserves a reading on its own. So what is the massive change that I see in your life? And I remember when I was cutting myself off here with another idea, I was drifting off a little bit. Before you enter this gateway, you're going to be making a very important choice in life. And it's going to determine, let's say, the taste of the rest of your life before you enter this gateway. So it's going to be the same life, but is it going to have the flavor of strawberry, or is it going to have the the flavor of citrus? Which flavor is it forever going to have? So I look at you and I see you making a very important decision. Are you going to go bold and big, or are you going to go home? Because that's really going to determine the flavor of the pathway that you're moving into. So if we put it in terms of an analogy, you're going to be going on a new path with beautiful trees. But what are you going to be eating along this whole time? Are you going to be eating apples, or are you going to be eating mangoes? It's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. And so this in this sense, the decision you'll be making right before you enter in this pathway, which is going to be a pathway full of running, no stop afterwards, you're going to be making an important decision. And this decision seems to be something around the lines of going big or going home. And so how can you be on the same path but going big or going home? So let's say, for example, the new path is you meeting the love of your life, and you both decide you're going to move into their world, not yours, because let's say their world is more abundant, and so you guys get to share it together. So you move into their abundant, beautiful world. You're part of this world, and in this new world, you get to meet wonderful people, you get to travel all the time, you get to live in a beautiful home, this, that, you get to have beautiful weather, and you name it. But are you going to use all of these blessings to be able to create the idea that you've always wanted to create, so that one day you can help humanity with it? You can enjoy the creativity that your inner child wanted to enjoy. Use all of these experiences that you will be loving to the favor of this dream, this little dream, this big dream that you have, because it says big, go bold or go home. Or are you going to go, you know what, I'm just not going to bother myself with this. But then you get sucked into this wonderful dream. Don't get me wrong. But because you didn't carve space from the very beginning for it, you never have time forever to create this dream. Kind of the idea that I'm picking up looking at your cards. So yeah, you're getting into a new crazy path this month. I'm really wondering, if you're wondering, I'm wondering with you, believe me. So please do update me towards the end of this month. There is some news coming. But it requires you to pick something, to make a decision before you go. And that decision will be very important. And so what is this decision, my dear pile number 3? 8 of Wands. I don't know what this decision is. It's not showing us because the cards are flipped to the back. They all look like each other. It's not going to show us right now what this decision is, but one thing you want to know is that this decision is going to bring a sense of urgency with it, with the 8 of Wands. It's like, move, move, move. Come on, come on, come on. Make this decision. Left or right, left or right, left or right. You go right, and that's the direction you're going towards for the rest of your life. And that's why you want to do like Alice. Just close your eyes for a moment amidst all of the chaos and the craziness and the journey she's gone into, and go, for a moment, what do I need right now? In this moment, now that I'm given all the options and I understand and I have the tools for this new environment, what do I really want? Just take a moment. Take a deep breath for a moment, even if everything is moving quickly around you, even if you're holding the phone and this person's like, come on, make a choice. Take a deep breath and go, what do I want? What do I want? What does 10-year-old me would want? Would I want this with me, or do I not want this with me? If you want this, then just say yes and don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just say yes. It's like, come on kind of energy. It doesn't require you to think too much about it. I would always advise you to think well and be prepared, but it's not the energy of your reading. You're guided to match the speed by slowing down for a moment and getting a sense, what do I want? Or what do I need? What's important? It depends on what the question is. Maybe it's a decision that's going to affect the rest of your life. And they're like, come on, chop, chop. And you're like, okay, I want this. I want to go in that direction, but I'm a bit worried. This one is safer, but it doesn't require the risk. So take risk or don't take risk. It's all about, what do you want? What's more important to you? What is required for this phase? Do you require safety? And that's valid. That's not to say that that the reading is telling you, hey, go with the risk. Maybe the risk isn't the best option. Maybe to you, not having to worry that much is more important. Maybe that risk isn't that worth it. And so you want to close your eyes and think, so is that risk, are the benefits of that risk better for me, or is safety better for me? And that's just an example of what you need to slow down for a few moments to think about, because it will determine the flavor. You're going on an amazing wild ride. It's going to be fantastic, but do you want to go through it worried, or is it not worry? Is maybe it's feeling the euphoria, the high of it all, and realizing, hey, this is what I want. And maybe it's a risk, but it's one that you can take. It might need a bit of boldness, but one that you can do. It's all up to your assessment only. These are just ideas to get you started. As I look at your cards, but really this is all up to you. Something's going to happen this month where it's like chop, 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 and you're going to be thinking wisely. If you calm down, you'll be able to receive guidance. And through it all, you'll be able to make the right choice for your new path. But nobody can take that choice for you, not even your guides. So, yes, we talked about how this month things are going to be transforming and moving fast. In fact, you're starting a new page with a Page of Swords and a new announcement, something that you didn't foresee coming. Embrace it, the reading is saying. Embrace it, enjoy it. But you better come prepared. What does prepared mean? Prepared in terms of your mindset, or at least energetically. Because imagine yourself being thrown into a baseball match, and you get into the scene, a baseball match, yeah, where you get into the scene where the balls are being thrown at you, and you're holding that bat and going, whoa, 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 and it's you don't take an action, and it hits you right in the face, and you're like, whoa, 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 careful, in your chest, and the balls are missing, and you're losing it. So, or a tennis match even. So you're being thrown right into a scene as this new beginning. It's a dynamic scene. Do you see? You're not being thrown into a scene where you go, nice view. Oh, look at the supermarket next to me, or the grocery store. It's so cute. Oh, my neighbor Nancy, she has a pretty dress. No. You're going to hit the ground running. And so everything is chop, chop, chop in this new scene, and this new gateway that you're getting into. Everything is moving quickly. You need to be both calm so that you're able to take better decisions, but also know that it's a live scene. No one knows that you moved from one timeline to another. You're being dumped right into it, and you're expected to go bam, bam, run, pick up the kids from school, do this, do that, hit the ground running is the best way I can explain it. So keep your energy high. It's not a time where you want to cozy in and relax and think about the future. No, this is a time where this new great opportunity is going to be moving. You recognize that it's moving quickly, and you don't have to, of course, but it's better for you to choose to match this energy. You are going to be for a while have to stand on your own 2 feet. You have to focus. You have to be very aware of your environment. You have to look out for, I don't want to say dangers, but things that could potentially hunt something from you, take something from you. Yeah, you want to be standing firm with your own 2 feet firm on the ground. And you want to be aware of your environment. You want to take quick actions. Like, you want to have an alert mind with the Page of Swords with this new chapter. Yeah, I was going to say, what is this major transformation, right? We were going to create a whole new reading for this one, because that definitely deserves that. What is this massive transformation, my dear pile number 3, that you are getting into this month? Let's explore that. So, Star card. I'm telling you, this is a massive dream coming true. I keep seeing for you that you're getting a message. I know it's a glove, but it just feels like this person is picking up a message from the water, and there's the feather pen, You're going to hear some news, and you're going to go for a moment, oh my God, this is what I always wanted. So if you are a writer, Maybe this is an opportunity to write your script or write your book. If you have been dreaming to go to a specific place that is sunny and beautiful, then it's moving to that place. If you've always dreamt of the opportunity to do your own project that you really love, it's going to be right there. Something powerful is starting this month that you've always dreamt of. This is your ultimate dream with the Star card. What a year for you this fire horse is. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you've got the 5 of Wands. People would pay for this opportunity. I don't know if we can say, I don't think we can say it on YouTube. People would pay for this opportunity. Although I feel like some YouTubers would say this expression freely. I gotta check. Let's not just interrupt the energy of your reading. So yeah, some people would unalive for this opportunity. Yeah, you got a lot of people fighting for it, and you just getting it like that. It's like mind-blowing. You've got, I see you going down a rabbit hole this month with the Fool card. Definitely, Alice was the perfect deck for your reading this month. Yes, the month of transformation and the craziness beginning. So yes, didn't I tell you guys you're moving, like I read it from the runes, and there we go, we have it with Alice. You're going into a gateway. Do you see it? Like, do you see? And it's going to be a whole new world, my dear. Complete new world with all its craziness and all its magic and beautiful things and the transformations that are coming with it. It's going to be wild. So it's a dream come true and it's going to be different for different people. Take care of your work or your goals this month because everything is going great. I don't want to say the word except because it's not an exception. It's just that this is a moving energy and the Isa rune is stuck energy. So let's explore what you're guided to do there with either your career, work, or your goals, right? So what is your guidance there with your career or with your goals? The aspect in your career or your goals that you haven't been working towards, because it could dissipate, so be careful with that. Okay, so what's your guidance? The guidance is that you've been getting guidance. How funny is that? The Hierophant and the cat. What's the word? Oxymoron, yes. But anyways, what am I seeing? I'm seeing that you've been getting guidance. Massive guidance. Pay attention to that. I don't know what this is. Pay attention to that, my dear pile number 3. Pay attention to that. Oh, well, it's looking you right in the eye. This is the month where you can no longer ignore paying attention to that. So what have you been getting guidance to pay attention to? Have you had a professor, for example, if you're a student, telling you to pay attention to the subject? Well, this month you can no longer ignore that. Have you had a doctor telling you to pay attention to, I don't know, this particular medication that you haven't been taking? Where this is the month where it's no joke, you got to pay attention to that. Has your manager been telling you to pay attention to this particular project? Well, this is the month where you want to pay attention to heed the advice with the Hierophant. Because if you don't pay attention to it, something is dissipating here. And it's almost like with the Isa rune, it's standing in between two worlds. Something with regards to your career or even your work. Something is like not sure if it's passing with you here in the gateway or it's leaving you behind as you enter this gateway. Something here is not consistent with you. Or maybe you haven't formed a strong energy with yet, enough to pass through. And so you're guided to heed the call now if you're watching this reading. What is it that you keep looking at, which keeps coming up, that you are not doing something about, that you know you can, that you have the resources for, the energy for, slash the ideas or information for, that you haven't been doing anything about? I cannot repeat it enough for this pile. There's something about heed that call, because it could vanish as things are moving quickly this month. So that's the main guidance. On the left, you've got the Three of Wands. I've got a crazy idea looking at the Three of Wands as it looks at the timing. You won't believe this. I get this crazy idea that because you are nearing a gateway, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this. It just matters that you go ahead and do it with the Three of Wands. So let's say we're talking about whether, let's say it's your health, for example, whether your health is getting along with the gateway. And you're like, oh my God, I always thought I'd be taking steps towards my health, exercise or anything like that, but I haven't. But I think I missed the train, because this gateway, it seems like it's on the 17th of February. It's not enough time for this energy to come with me. On the contrary, my dear pile number three, here, time doesn't matter. The last few moments left before you can catch the train matters. And so you just want to do what you can do for the energy to pass with you to the other side. And you want it to pass with you to the other side, because this is a fast-moving energy. And so every little thing that you do moving forward is just going to manifest great things for you. So that's why you really want this with you. Or it dissipates. This is why it's in the middle. And yeah, you want to ask yourself, what is in the middle that you haven't been doing something about when it comes to your goals or your career? If you're already doing something, please don't worry about it. Whatever you're doing is good. But is there something that you're ignoring and staring at? You need to do something about that. Anything at all. Anything is great to enter the gateway with you. And this new timeline, everything will be working in your favor. And your last piece of guidance is Two of Cups. Just know it's going to work out for you. That's the Two of Cups. That's what I was just literally saying. Your cup is going to be filled. You give in, it gives you back. It's like a motor this year. Ting tong, ting tong, ting tong, and it keeps moving. Choo choo. Just keep giving and it'll always give you back. It's the year, let's say, as I look at your cards, it's the year of results. You know how when we always say, take steps, don't be so attached to results, which please don't be attached, of course, because we never know when the results are going to come. Well, this is not the year for that for you. You take any little action and you're going to see results for it right away. So yeah, the guidance is heed the call. It's staring you right in the face. It's been telling you, or at least you've been channeling it or intuitively feeling it, that you got to do something. And you haven't. And I've been thinking about right now the oxymoron, because the big and the small, and I see Alice. I don't know what happened in my brain. I just remembered the idea of oxymoron. So just know that it's a year of oxymoron. Like, if you don't take it in the right direction, which is all up to you really, it could be bittersweet. Or if you take it in the right direction, even with little steps, it could be crazy brilliant. It could be stupidly amazing, Just what I'm intuitively picking up. Don't ask. I just try to explain it as much as possible. I'm just getting this idea that this is the energy of an oxymoron. Be careful with that energy. This is not to scare you. This is absolutely to empower you. It's in your hands. Don't be afraid. It's in your hands. Nothing is happening to you. You're the one choosing. So be wise these days, my dear pile number 3. Okay, so we've explored the huge transformational part that we see in your reading. Right. We see the Manaz rune in the 5th house. So the Manaz rune is interdependence. It's humankind. Seeing it in the 5th house, I kind of get the idea that you're going to be connected with children this month. I don't know why this would be significant. Maybe you have children. Maybe your work. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe it's something about your work. But you're connecting with children this month. Can we get more information regarding that? The Hanged Man. You know, this reminds me of children again, because they stop and they forget time and they just enjoy time. You know, something about my niece that I really loved watching her to do, and I was learning so much from her. My mom came into the room, we were playing, and she said, she called my niece and she said, hey, be careful, your mom's coming in 10 minutes, so just letting you know so that you're prepared, okay? Okay. And in these 10 minutes, I was like, oh, what are we gonna, like in my head, I'm thinking, gosh, I wanted to do so many things, and I wanted to, are we gonna have time to play all the things we planned? And I'm already thinking, when am I gonna see her again? I'm getting all these thoughts, and when it comes to her, because I know she's gonna feel like that when her mom's on the door, but to her, she's like, yeah, and she continued playing and enjoying time in the moment to moment, that I let it go too. And I was like, yeah, it's better to enjoy these moments than to think about anything in the future. And I'm glad I did that, because it's like she absorbed me back into her world. And of course, every now and then I'd remember that it's only 10 minutes, but I was able to, it's almost like she taught me really to live in the moment, like let everything go and just enjoy these 10 minutes. And they did. They not that they didn't just feel longer, but they were more enjoyable. And as I thought, when her mom came, she's like, no, that's not fair. I don't want to go. But she didn't live these 10 minutes in misery. She just enjoyed fully her 10 minutes that were left. So that's why I'm saying this card reminds me of children. And so there's something about, maybe it's not you connecting with children, although it could be, by the way, like maybe this makes absolute sense to you. And in that case, it's definitely what this is saying, right? But I'm starting to think 5th house is our inner child, our creativity. So it looks like there's a pause this month, in the month of February, where you're just forgetting about everything. And I know this is a bit contradictory to what I said, where it's a fast-moving energy gateway. You're hitting the ground running, and you gotta like hit the ball right off the bat, literally. But I know we said that, but hear me out. I also, in the weirdest way, see some time off for you. Is it before this all begins? Maybe that's the contradictory energy. Yeah. Is it the juxtaposition that I felt looking at the cards, where it's fast moving, but at the same time, so slow? Fast to a point of slow. I'm going to get philosophical now, and we don't want to go there. So all I can say is, however this is going to be applied to you, I also see that there's some time during the month where you're just gonna forget everything. It could be few days, if this is travel, before your travel. It could be few days before you go to this office job where everything's running, right? And these few days are very important. It's going to be like a black hole almost, in a good sense, where they may be a few days, but time stops in these few days, where it feels like a very long vacation, where you get to live it out and do as much as you want and have time to fully rest your head and your mind completely. It's almost needed for that sort of reset. It's like as if it's the gateway offers you that service of a full calm before the storm, the good storm. And so yes, and when you do get that time off, remember that everything stops because you are in between two timelines. And you will have the opportunity during this time where everything is shut off and you get to enjoy your time to do the fun things that you love. Nothing will matter during these few days, hours, I don't know. Nothing will matter. You just get to live it like a child. Is it by treating yourself with something that you love and enjoying it? Is it a hobby that you wanted to enjoy yourself without worrying, how am I going to enjoy my tennis in just 2 days? Or how am I going to enjoy my pottery in just 2 days? What can I do in these 2 days? It doesn't matter. You're really going to enjoy it, and you're going to have you're going to feel fulfilled, and it's going to feel like it was as if it was worth 2 to 3 months or maybe even more. Time's just going to stop for you. So don't even worry about the time during this time off, and enjoy your time. Live it. Forget about everything. It's your time in between these two worlds to turn everything off. Watch the telly. Just get the time of your life. Forget about responsibilities, and you will know that it's okay because I'm seeing you do that. And just enjoy it. Just like my niece. Forget about it all and live in the moment. Forget about what's coming. Just live it. Because it's going to be so refreshing, and it's going to allow you to hit the ground running once you're in that scene going, oh, pew, pew, pew. It's going to prepare you for the new scene. It's like when you're watching a movie and from one scene to another, the screen darkens for a moment, but it's enough to prepare you for the second one. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. What didn't we explore? The last thing that I didn't explore was the 9th house, the Sowolyu and the blank rune. What can I tell you? I think we've already explored that as well. You're embarking on a new journey. Some of you, this new journey may even be in a new country or a new state or a new city. That keeps popping up this month. Recently it's been popping up. If you've been hearing it and it didn't happen yet because that's so persistent, perhaps it was either letting you know that something is happening. Maybe for some of you, you know that it's been progressing. I don't know. But just give space for that energy. It's meant to show you something, especially if you've been seeing it. Because the reason I say that is because I've been seeing it for you guys month after month. The last 2-3 months maybe, the traveling in the 9th house. It's crazy. So yeah, blank new page, sunny place, or victory. It doesn't have to be a place, and it doesn't have to be traveling. It's just embarking on a new victorious journey is what I am seeing this month, in the month of February. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I hope I was able to clarify all of the cards that I'm seeing for you and the runes. All the best of luck with this month. It is heralding a new age for you. So this was your reading. Truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your February 2026 predictions. Thanks. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, oh, this one moved, I'm going to take it. As always, you'll find that I list them below in the description box for you guys. But before actually I introduce your pile to you, as you can see on the far right here, I have an empty chart of astrological houses in which I'll be casting some runes on in a moment to get a more accurate, detailed reading of your month. But yeah, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful red Jasper point. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Libra, as well as Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, let's now shuffle your runes and see what the energy of this month is to you. So, my dear pile number 4, what can you expect in the month of February 2026? 1, 2, 3. Okay, lovely. Let me pick up the ones on the side and let's take a look at your reading. So everybody's been getting energy in the 11th house this month. I don't know what's going on. Could this mean something collective for all of us? I have no idea. But you've got the Rido rune. Between the 3rd and the 4th house, you've got the Yewaz rune. That did come up in pile, this exact combination with the Yewaz rune. It was Oh, it was a Laguz rune. It wasn't the Yewaz. But we had a lot of activity in the 3rd and 4th house in the 2nd pile. So I would say if you're drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. 5th house, but well, we've got a lot of connections this month. Between the 5th and the 6th house, mostly in the 5th, you've got the Isa rune. Okay. And right between, look, so in the 7th house, mainly in the 7th house, and a little bit towards the 6th house, we've got, wow, the Fehu rune. So the 6th house is kind of like I'm there, but not totally there. There's an aspect of me in both houses, kind of communication. Yeah. Between the 6th and the 7th, we've got the Ewaz rune. Okay. So let's place your chart to the side. See what your energy is. Oof, there we go. My dear pile number 4. There we go. And we'll take a look at your oracle cards first. So, what can you expect in the month of February, my dear pile number 4? What can you expect in the month of February 2026? My dear pile number 4. Let's find out. So, you've got espionage. What a card to begin with, the reading with. Right. So, I see someone is very interested in your life, looking into your life. So, this could be like someone who wants to recruit you, and they are like looking into your CV, looking at the things you've accomplished. Maybe this is a crush or someone that likes you, that's, you know, looking at you through a screen, like they're checking your private social media or anything like that, your personal pages, I mean. I don't know. Let's see the rest of the cards. So you've got, it could be a love interest because of the story of Sadiq Paroujar, which I'll read to you in a moment, who had a love interest that she wasn't interested in. So yeah, it could be for some of you a love interest, who knows. But anyways, you've got the story of Sadiq Paroujar, which we'll read in a moment, and the keywords are shallow, dauntless, as well as uncompromising. All right. You've got the Enneagram leader. Interesting. And the keywords are natural authority, decisiveness, protector, loves effort, physical strength as well as sense of responsibility. You've got the root chakra with renewal. This is amazing. Okay. And you've got the heart chakra with grief. Okay. Let's take a look at your cards. So, you've got the Seven of Swords. The King of Cups. Queen of Wands. And we can take one more. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. We can also create space right there. There we go. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So what am I seeing for your month? My dear pile number 4. Actually, we can bring this here. Doesn't it kind of look like a 7 the other way around? Funny. Anyways, yeah, you're getting a lot of synchronicities. 4, 4, 1, 1 with the 11, 7, 7. Something special is happening this month for you. You're starting a new leadership role this month, my dear pile number 4. There's a powerful new leadership. And speaking of starting a new journey, you've got the Rider rune in your pile. This means you're starting a new journey, leading others or like-minded people. So this could be in your job. This could be a new cause that you really care about. It could be you leading a new idea. Everyone's following suit. You're inspiring others. Well, take a look more into that. But you've got a lot of you've got some strong activity in the 3rd house, which is the house of communication, right? And you've got the Yewaz rune in the 3rd house of communication, which has to do with resilience. Also, by the way, it has to do with the yew tree. And priests and priestesses in ancient times would sit under the yew tree to meditate because it radiated or brought out psychoactive scent, a psychoactive scent that would put them in deep meditation. So I feel like the words that you are saying is putting others at ease. Also, it's wise with the yew tree, the priestess's energy. It's very wise. It seems to me like your community, not your family, but on a bigger scale. It could be people from work. It could be people in your city, maybe. There is some grief. There's pain here. And I feel like you are leading the way in this pain. You're giving them some wise words, which is truly calming them. And with the 4th house, it's making them feel safe. But it's also your 4th house of safety. And so your resilience is making you feel safe and more at home in this place. So we could take a look at what sort of grief is happening here in February and how you're taking leadership. So for example, this could be your company feeling upset about how the marketing campaign, for example, didn't work. Everyone had hopes towards that. Maybe you're taking leadership. We're not going to give up. And let's take a look at the data and see why this campaign didn't work. It doesn't have to do with the product. Maybe we just didn't target the right market. What about increasing our base in our market instead of looking for another market, looking into a new market, and so on. You're like analyzing, you're leading the way, you're taking people with strength out of this grief. So what is this grief that we're looking at in this month? Moon card, something that is not foreseen. The Fool card, but it also leads to a powerful new beginning. One more card. Now the Empress. Yes, this is happening. At least it translates in your reading because it is allowing you to unleash your true potential. It is allowing you to show the community your true light. Not to say that this grief happened so that you can bring your light, but the way it's playing out, maybe your soul chose this story, chose this place you're in because you had a big role here, and your light is going to show this month. So yeah, there's a new beginning where you're taking on the role of an empress or a leader, but with empathy, with love, with wisdom, with strength and love as well as wisdom. So you're doing it in a very sophisticated way, the way you're leading others out of this grief. So it's not something that anyone is expecting with the Moon card. Also, we're not getting a lot of information of what this could be. I think it's meant to be experienced in its due time. I don't think it is necessarily affecting you. I feel like you feel powerful in this moment, very powerful. You're leading people out. You're showing them with the Ace of Pentacles how this is a great opportunity for something. And you can even see that in the 5th house and the 6th house, where with the Isa rune, something goes to a halt, or something stops, or people are stuck for a while, a month or 2 or 3. And Isa shows that this is something temporary and that it's not permanent. So you are leading people out of a grief that they have that is not permanent, and it allows you to bring the Empress in you, the light that you have. I feel like you greatly care about the situation, and you can see with the 7 of Swords, this maybe is cheating, lying, someone trying to get something at the expense of someone else, you know? And although it's not hitting you, you're the King of Cups, you're in balance, you're doing good, you're the King of Cups, you're the Queen of Wands, you're doing good, so it's not affecting you. But you have great empathy for these people, and you're really carrying them almost out of this. You're not taking actions for them, but you're carrying them emotionally out of this situation. You have them on top of mind, you really care, you're very sad about their situation. And so, for example, maybe this is the company you work in, and it's not necessarily your product, so it's not affecting your life, but you care for the company. You care because you want other people to be able to keep their jobs, maybe, anything like that. But you really care here. You're carrying it carefully. You carrying the responsibility as although it's not yours, and you're leading everyone with passion out of this situation. You are, the Empress is the 4 queens, so you're rationalizing everything. You are, on the outside, it seems like you are really, you've got that passion and you're leading, right? But you're the 4 queens. You're rationalizing everything. You are using the resources that you all have wisely, that you and they have wisely. You are, what queen are we missing? Pentacles, Swords, Wands, the heart. You care. Yeah, of course. You care very much, and you're healing this whole situation. Although it doesn't seem like it's yours, but you are carrying the light, and you're showing others the way. You're showing everyone that there is an opportunity. So back to the 5th and the 6th house, we see something here goes to a halt or pause, is in a pause, or a hurdle happens. And so you're using both creativity and a good system with the 6th house to usher people out of this sad situation that's going on. So that's something very big that you're focused on in this month, and you're being predicted, obviously, as a leader that's going to renew this whole situation and bring groundedness with the root chakra to this whole situation, bring everyone back to safety. Root chakra, bring everyone back to safety. Weird thing about your pile, and I don't know who you are, but you've got so many people almost spying on you. Or could this be that you're doing such a great work that you have many people checking out your pages, checking out your personal pages, going, oh, who's that person that everyone is talking about that is helping people out of this situation? Yeah, maybe this is the news covering you, right? This is news covering you for some of you. But yeah, I see a lot of eyes on you on this new journey that you're embarking on to help so many people. You're a shining light amidst a time of lies and manipulation with the Seven of Swords, disruption and trying to grab something, grifting even with the Seven of Swords. And you're like showing your light, you're being calm, you're being cool, and you're slowly and passionately walking people out of this situation into safety. You're very resilient. It's very hard to push you aside. And so you can see that your gift, your abundance this month with the Fahirun falls in the house, in the 7th house, which is a house of intimate connections. Love, intimate connections. So you can see here that the community that you are ushering out of this situation is the community that you will build a good bond with. You're being praised, you're being loved. People feel like they know you on a personal level. People feel like, if you're a manager, for example, people really love you, not just because you're a manager who's helping them out, but they feel you, they love you as a person. They love you for who you are. You're creating a deep bond with these people this month. And because of that, you have a lot of attention on you. Is this like, if this is your company, for example, is this the higher ups checking, oh, look at this manager, what are they doing? They're doing a great job. Maybe there's something to learn about the way they're doing their leadership. Maybe we need to change the strategy in the company and match. This is really working. Everyone in the company is vouching for them. Everyone loves the company now. Everyone is working harder. So maybe this is the news. Maybe you're doing something on a bigger scale and you have the news covering you, or maybe even social media pages covering what you're doing. Or maybe you've got someone here eavesdropping. Maybe you've got surveillance or someone who's spying on you and going, we don't like what this person is doing. They're ruining the other businesses or they're ruining some form of system, but they can't do anything about it. But just so you know, there's someone here, and we can explore what this is. The story perhaps can give us a perspective. I think you've got others observing and watching you, learning from you in this pile. Why? Because of this story, which shows a change in the story. So let me read the story to you so that you have a perspective on what we're looking at. Saidik Parujar. Oh, there we go. It's a story from Indonesia. And the story is, Saidik Parujar is a goddess that fled to a landless, water-covered earth to escape an unwanted marriage due to her betrothed's lizard-like appearance. Her quest to create land disrupted the slumber of a dragon in the water, leading to a challenging endeavor as the dragon kept shaking the earth she poured into the water, disrupting her work. Desperate, she restrained the dragon with a blade to continue working in peace. It wasn't until her betrothed changed his appearance to match her desires that she agreed to marry and return home. So I see resistance here. I see you leading some form of resistance, going, oh, we need to do this, and we're just going to resist this situation, even if it's inconvenient for us, completely inconvenient. We're going to build something new. We're going to do something on our own. We're giving our backs to the situation. That's not working out. Let's be resilient. let's do something until something changes, and you're like, okay, that's fair, that's good. And what you're walking away from, you and others, is clearly shown here. There's some form of manipulation. So it's not a market that you are, I could be wrong, maybe there's something I don't understand, but for the most part, you are leading people out of grief due to manipulation and lies. And everyone is moving away. And although it's not stable where you guys are going, but you're being resilient. Yeah, the resilience. You're being resilient. You're telling everyone to be resilient, build the safety somewhere else. And as you do that, you've got someone watching and going, oh, this is going to be tricky. This is not good. We need to change our lies. We need to change our manipulation. These people are resisting this situation. They don't like it. So I don't know, is this in your work maybe? Is this in a project that you are in with someone? I don't know. But at the end of the day, you're leading people out of what's not right, creating resistance through your resilience, through your love and care. And then you've got someone here on the other side who is like, okay, this is not good. I think we really have to succumb to the needs of others. Well, they're the ones who are manipulating here. So, they're changing their ways. And it said, my eyes fell on corrupt business practices. How funny. So maybe this is something that has to do with business one way or the other. But this is going to be reversed because there is renewal in your energy and there is safety, the root chakra and the fourth house. So the resilience is leading to safety, and that's very clear. And I see in your trials of ushering people into something else, leading people into something better, you are creating a new system for them. You're guiding them to be creative, to be resourceful, to not be worried about a new beginning, to empower them, right? And it works, and it works for you. It really works for you. There's trust being built in this process with the Awaz rune. There's trust. Partnership. You partner with them, and then there's trust. It's funny because the Awaz rune is also the rune of horses. So your horse here, fire horse here, is starting off with a powerful partnership with people that really believe in you as you empower them. And your abundance is the love of these people that will lead to actual abundance, by the way. Not to say that love is not abundance. Please don't get me wrong. But the Fehu rune is wealth, abundance, money, gain. So yes, of course, it is the love of people that is the most important abundance. I just want to show you with the Ace of Pentacles and the Fehu rune that this love is leading to some form of wealth, resources, wealth of money, wealth of opportunity, something like that. A wealth of having a team that allows you all together to create success, any form of anything like that. This partnership is leading to abundance for this pile. So you're helping people out of this grief. Yes, we checked what this grief was. In fact, these are the 3 cards. It says it's not going to show us, but you're going to show people it's a piece of cake. Come on, it's a piece of cake. You can easily get yourself out of this into abundance. Only that the abundance with the reds here is going back to the roots just because the situation reverses now that you are out. It's like, oh, whoa, we never thought you'd walk away, or we never thought you'd do your own thing, or we never thought you would be able to deal with the situation. So hold up, we're fixing this. We're bringing this back to something good. So that's what I'm seeing in your pile, my dear pile number 4. The main thing that's going on this month. I initially thought that these were different, but now that we're looking at how your cards connect and your runes connect, it seems like no, this is all one thing. And you're leading a team or a group of people. So Yeah, like-minded people. So at least I'm going to ask, what are who are these people? What is this community for you? Who are these people that you are leading this month? My dear pile number 4, and you've got 4 cards. So 8 of Cups, it could be people that you left. 8 of Cups, just an idea. People that you left, you know. This princess also left the place. Sorry, this goddess left the place. My apologies. Or maybe it's just talking about how you're ushering them out. But anyways, Temperance, asking who are these people? People with dual nature. King of Swords. These are very intelligent people. Imagine leading very intelligent people. How smart must you be? So King of Swords, very intelligent people, very wise, very strategic. Okay. Experts, maybe? Maybe they're experts. Maybe you're like a business leader and these are experts and you are showing them another way, where another place to show their expertise, maybe. But I'm seeing experts. I heard in my mind's ear, medical doctor. I don't know. Something that I heard, maybe it resonates with someone. You've got the 8 of Swords. We're getting a lot of 8s here. 8 of Swords. People who are stuck. So who is this community? It's a community that wants to leave. 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups. They're stuck and they want to leave. They're not happy where they are. It's a community where others will try to pin them down, forcing them to do something that they don't want. And they feel like this is not fair. We are experts. We're the experts here. How can you pin us towards something? And we are the only ones able to do something special that no one can do. A specialized experts, very specialized experts, because Temperance is like someone who has the ability to hold 2 opposing energies at the same time, to deal with these 2 opposing energies. So yeah, very unique type of people. Experts or intelligent people, very unique people in society. Intelligent, unique people is what I'm seeing. Perhaps this is why they are very much needed to be pinned down to something. Maybe there's someone who wants to absolutely benefit from their uniqueness, the uniqueness that they provide. And so they're pinning them down and they feel stuck. And it seems like these people are much wiser than these games. They're so focused on what they're doing, what they're carrying, what their mission is, that they don't have time to think about these games. And I think you are here leading them out. You're like, okay, I understand how this is not important, but see where it takes us. And so now it's important to think about it. I think we need to pause a little bit here, whatever mission you're doing, whatever you care about, not to undermine it. Obviously, it's very important. But you need, in order to practice what you're practicing, we need to take you out of this situation. And so you're calmly and passionately ushering them into a new beginning where you're like, here's how it's going to go. You can open up your own shops, or you can work individually, or you can work in a clinic rather than a hospital. I don't know. I don't know. These are all guesses. If you're a writer, you don't have to work with this publishing house. You can do your own thing, maybe on social media. I don't know. But you're like, hey, you don't need to be under this sort of power. Is it a great case scenario? Yes, of course, but you don't have to be pinned out in this way. If it's going to work like that and you're stuck, I don't think it's something that you want. But you must know that you have the power to do something, to walk away from this situation and do your own thing, and you empower them, and people are like, yes, we believe in what you're saying. Yes, thank you for showing us the way. But how do we do this? And you're showing them the system. You're being creative and also showing them a new system and how to do that. And people are forever going to love you for this. In fact, when you are all out of this situation, as you guide them out of this situation and it reverses back, because I do see them going back with a renewed energy, renewed contracts, renewed respect, being honored and loved. They're really going to appreciate this. And Fehu, as well as the Ace of Pentacles, shows that this is a new abundant beginning for you, because you have people perhaps thanking you in different ways. Thank you so much. I want to give you this opportunity. Thank you so much. I want to share the abundance that I got at least a little bit with you. Thank you so much. I feel like you too, you could need a little help in that department. I can totally help you out in that department. And you see a gush of new beginnings, or a gush of abundance gushing from people's hearts, because they are so grateful to how you enlightened the way for them to be out of this situation as a great leader. And everything is going to work out for you. Although this is a month where you are mostly focusing on how to help others, it's going to pay back right away with the Ace of Pentacles. Right away. You guide them out, the situation is resolved, and suddenly you are showered from all sorts of people. Just like one led the whole group and cared about the whole group, cared about everything. Towards the end of the month, it's the other way around. The whole group really cares about you, and they're showering you with whatever they can give you, because they want to, and because they love you with the 7th house, and because they are grateful for how you kept them safe. And my dear pile number 4, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. This was your monthly reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!